Hey, folks, I'm here with Sam Sprague, who plays FBI Director Lee Levy, and We Need Rent Money. My good friend from back in the day and today. You know, yeah. How you doing, man?
Indeed. I'm doing good, man. Yeah.
As you know, I am
Living.
Samson Ray Simon. You guys all know that. But you're living. That's good. You're not dead.
Yeah. Not dead. That's a bonus.
Also, not a zombie, as I can see.
You never know these days. So,
Yeah. Rah! So, how you been dealing with the what do you call it? What's it, hibernation? What is it called? The
well, I actually haven't been quarantined. I've been working. So,
Oh,
that's,
okay.
that's good.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Are you doing like electrician work? Is that what you're doing?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need that.
Yep.
You know? So, essential. Besides that, anything new creatively that I haven't heard about?
Well, I've been doing a little guitaring, but
Sweet,
no,
sweet.
other than that,
I see there's a guitar in the back right there. I'm assuming that's
yeah,
the one you're talking about.
this is the
Yeah.
music room / gym. So,
Oh, sweet. Double
slash,
functionality.
yeah, all kinds of things. So, live in a
Hybrid.
tiny little place. So,
Actually, there's more than one guitar I can see now.
yeah, there's a
There's like
few back there,
there's like three in that room. Nice.
at least.
Also,
I count 5, but
really,
what's that?
you got five?
I got 5 in this room. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I
Just in
found
that room
one.
alone.
I found one underneath a St. Vincent de Paul trailer,
That's
a
very
12
bizarre, man.
string. It was pretty sweet. Well, I was dropping off a bunch of stuff, and I dropped off a bunch of stuff. I looked under there, and I'm like,
The fuck?
is that a 12-string guitar? I've been wanting a 12-string guitar for a long time. So I looked around, and I was like, I dropped off enough stuff. I feel like this is even trade.
Yeah. Is
Like I
that
gave him I put in a spinning wheel, like an old school spinning wheel. So I figured guitar for spinning wheel, we're about even.
that's a collector's item? The spinning wheel?
Right. Yeah. Like spinning wool and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making yarn,
Yeah, spinning
telling
that
yarns.
yarn. You know, isn't that like a saying for like telling stories? Is that what that is?
For tall tales. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were on this feature film. Uh, we started off in what would you just say, a sketch comedy show back in the day. That's what I think the first time we were working together. Slipstream.
Yep.
You, me,
Back
and
in the
Russ
day.
Dregny. Russ Dregny also, who plays your other FBI patriot in the film.
Yeah.
He's
Agent
also in
Henry.
that. Yeah. We go way back. You're also a musician, of course.
Somewhat.
Obviously, we went over that. Because I dabble. I've got 5 fucking
I like to
guitars.
play.
I just
I like to
pluck the
play.
strings a little bit, and then I'm done. You're also involved in theater, or you used to be. I don't know if you still act in the theater.
I used to.
That,
Yeah, I don't have as much time anymore. So
that's fair.
I
That's fair.
got a baby on the way, so I definitely won't have time for that.
Congratulations on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you create also bows. You
I do.
carve, and you all sorts of wood crafting, you would say.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a woodsman, I guess you could say, in many ways,
Yeah.
many facets of the term. I like being in the woods. I make things out of wood. I like to play with my wood. All kinds of stuff. So
I like woodchucks. How much chuck could a woodchuck chuck?
a lot of wood.
Yeah.
I feel like that might
Turns
be my
out a lot.
spirit animal, woodchuck.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a wood Sam.
Indeed.
Wood Sam. So what did you?
Fuck
what was your
Chuck.
first? It's your time is over, Chuck. So what was your first like acting thing? Like what was the first time you acted, or what was the like first play or sketch?
I was in a Brookings Harbor High School production of Romeo and Juliet. I played Paris, the sad bastard, who basically is like the patsy. And yeah, it was pretty accurate for my life at the time. So,
oh man,
yeah, it was good times. I didn't have many lines, so I didn't have to learn a lot, and it was fun, being backstage and hanging out with everyone. And was really exciting being in front of everyone and, acting stuff. And I enjoyed it and kind of dabbled in it a little bit in college. Didn't do any productions or anything, but went through the U of O acting school for a couple of years and was a lot more into partying than I was into actual schoolwork. So I did not stick with it. Didn't stick with anything really. And hence that's why we met. Yeah, that's how this happened.
I was just about to say that. Ironic. Yeah. In fact, we met through Farm Bizzle. We're both wearing his Farmscapes landscapes hats right now. That was totally on accident.
Indeed.
I was like, I gotta get. I said on the phone, and you're like, "What? I got one on too." So shout out to Farm Bizzle, farmer.
Yeah, making Texas beautiful.
Yeah, with that amazing. Also, he does antiseptic spray now, so he's
really?
And it's sanitary as well. He's
getting into the shit.
Yeah, getting into the shit, getting into the thick of it.
He's good at dealing with shit.
Yeah. He can take a lot of shit. I'll tell you that.
He does. He can give a lot of shit too. So.
He does. He gives me shit all the time. So him and I was like you, me, him, and Russ. We all lived together at one point. You would say at C28.
C28. Yeah.
That's pretty intense, and that is kind of like what I based the vibe and a lot of the beats of the story that We Need Rent Money off of. It was kind of like this crazy party house. We were very irresponsible. We were picking off our, and it led to some fucked up shit going down.
Some shenanigans, if you will.
Yeah, some shenanigans. Some
good times and some definite shit times.
Some definite shitty times. What was it? The shit house days, I believe.
The shit house days.
Yeah. Anyways, what can you tell me about your character in this film, though? Because it's not who you actually played in real life at that time. You're playing a very a different character.
Well, you had told me that your vision for the character was kind of like a cartoon Dick Tracy, kind of like old school kind of deal. So I tried to kind of meld that along with not ever really learning my lines very well because I'm terrible procrastinator. So
we were improvising a lot, but
we improvised quite a bit, and I think it came out okay. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. And it was a lot of fun. It was almost vaudevillian. Like a lot of the things you do, I feel like are so vaudevillian. And somebody just, I feel at some point should take a cane and just drag me out of screen on that thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, Mom, Johnny. Yeah, no, you did that. You did that very well. The back and forth, because I remember one thing that I wanted at the very beginning, and me and Blake had both talked about it, because me and Blake and I should say, grammatically correct, are both into this real back and forth, like real fast-paced comedy style. It's like Monty Python or like Mel Brooks, and a lot of that does derive from vaudeville. So I could see why you would go with that. So it's kind of the brainchild, and that's where they meet, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like Laurel and Hardy or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
But from our vast experience, and also your chemistry on screen with Russ. I haven't known him for a while, but also Megan, John. You guys seem to be able to go back and forth and pass it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys had a lot of rehearsal time that you took separately or what, but it really, you guys out of all the teams, I felt like were one of the best melds.
Yeah, we never really planned any rehearsal time. We all planned on planning it, and then it was kind of like, well, when are you available? I'm available Thursday. When are you available? Not Thursday. So we pretty much just showed up and we're winging it, but she's a pretty great lady, and she's real smart and had the character down pretty good, and she was ready for whatever I threw at her. So and likewise, I tried to be ready for whatever she threw at me. So it was a lot of fun working with her.
Yeah. You guys are all great at improvising. There's a scene. I'm not going to say what happens in the scene, but there is a scene where it is, think there's like 23 actors like in one thing that like all have speaking parts, and it's quite a lot of moving parts, and it was chaotic. I think you know what I'm talking about. But at that
are we
part,
not divulging anything yet?
I think we're supposed to not. I don't know. We might
Okay.
get killed by the We Need Rent Money police or something, like the SWAT team shows up.
Gotcha.
But
Blake's gonna put a hit out on us. Huh?
yeah, exactly. We'll be sleeping with
the Cheddar Police.
Fishes. Cheddar Police, yes. But at that point, like if you don't have improvisation, or you can't, if you're not flexible in a situation like that, it's high pressure and that you got so many moving parts, nothing makes any fucking sense. You can try to follow the script to a T, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, and it would have been helpful, but there was only like 1 or 2 copies of the script, like in the entire area, so everybody was kind of huddling around that, and then like trying to go from there. And it was. I was really impressed with the level of organization that you guys had, but there could have been a lot more. And it was a lot of fun, but it was a fucking mess.
Oh yeah, the Airbnb.
It was a mess.
Rob likes to call it the nightmare. And it's like
apt,
a lot of it. We had we had the script on our phones most of the movie. We're like,
gotcha.
And so we're scrolling like, what are we on? And then it was messed up at one point because somebody's like, I'm looking on page 83, and I'm like, no, you have the old version. You got to get the new. Like, well, send me the new version. I'm like, I don't got no internet in here. I got. But, yeah. So it
worked out though. It also, like you said, it kind of like you got that pressure where it's not going to happen again very easily. So if you don't give it all you got that time, it's going to be a real pain in the dick to try and do it again. So it kind of gives you a little more of a pep in your step, a little more willing to go the extra mile, maybe, because you might not get to do it again. Blake might be like, that's good, we don't need another one. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, there's also the fact that we had so many actors in there. So we had let's say that there was an A team, a B team, a C team. There was basically like 6 different groups of people of 3. Right. And all of those people had different schedules. And the only time they converged where everybody could have met up was like in a 1-hour period on that one night. And so we literally had, so was everybody. Nobody knew where the fuck they were getting. It was in the middle of nowhere.
It was in the middle of nowhere, a dead-end street underneath the freeway. Like, Google was no help. I ended up going up over like Hendricks Park and coming back down. I'm on this back road. I'm in character talking to Russ. I'm like, I'm not finding it. You need to drop what you're doing right now. You need to find this place because I'm gonna be late, and Levy's never late. It was kind of freaking out though, because I knew you guys were also like, where is this motherfucker? And here I am rolling around the back streets trying to find this joint.
Well, it was hectic because you were like not the only one. A lot of other people showed up. Like, obviously I was already there because I had been filming from the night before, but and I had to we did light check the night before that. And I just, if everything went as well as it could have went given the circumstances, but it was really, we were flying by the seat of our pants.
Right. Yeah.
Thank God we had
what? We'll see what happens on the editing room floor. I think it's going to end up pretty good. I think it's going to turn out pretty good.
It was wild. Like I've seen.
You got some pretty good stuff though too. So
I watched the dailies, and that shit is very entertaining, especially that part right there where it could have went very disorganized and fucked up. Shout out to Devin for getting the lights together, and Jeremy
for sure
being able to organize the shots. I mean, we didn't have any shot lists, which going after that, we were like, okay, we got to have shot lists. New fucking rule,
Yeah. Big learning process.
Yeah, definitely. It was like,
I learned a lot.
Good. Yeah, me too.
Just from sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, won't do that. I would do that. Okay, I guess I would do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I did physically that I would not do again. And I'm pretty sure people are going to be able to tell what those things are whenever they watch the film.
Won't be too hard to discern those. one of those
Like,
moments.
yeah. At the end of the film, I was just like, my spine. But what was your favorite role besides We Need Rent Money that you've ever acted in on anything?
Well, I really enjoyed. I did The Last Gladiator at the Brookings Harbor Community Theater. That was a really fun one, written by Marty Filos, and it's kind of like an old Greek drama comedy, but it's actually modernized and kind of weird and funny. And it was the first time it had been done, and I played Altilis, which is like this really greasy senator who's out to stab everybody in the back. So that was kind of fun.
Nice.
And had a really good cast and really supportive director. Lori Blodgett, she passed away. She is a really cool lady. And that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun on that one.
Awesome.
Also enjoyed Detective Dachshund and Scene of the Crime.
Yeah.
Never saw the light of day, but that was pretty fun. Doing it while we did.
Our long-running crime drama.
Yeah. The most riveting.
Yeah, you can look that up on YouTube, folks. Scene of the Crime. Almost happened. Okay, so what else was I ask about? Oh, so I wanted to ask you about this weird thing. You know Matthew Hewlett, right? He's on
I do.
Team Awesome, like the editor team. He's also in the film. He plays in the film. He's got a role. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'll tell you after we're done with the interview what it is, because I kind of want people to come like, wow. Well, actually, you could probably find out right now from the pictures online. But yeah, it's shocking, sublime. Where did you meet him? Where did you guys first start working together?
We both went through Select Temp and got jobs at this kind of rundown fabrication shop in West Eugene. We started working there, and I started working there before him, and I was the sawyer, and then he became the painter's helper. And yeah, we would always, take breaks and BS. And he was saying, "Oh yeah, I've been, into making films and doing movies." And he was like, "I'm having a real hard time finding actors that'll actually show up." And I was like, "Oh, well, I like to act, and I do it for fun. So why don't you shoot me a call, when you got something going on?" And it worked out, once or twice. I went down there and I filmed with him on Merchants of the Great Plague. And I played Big Dan. And I don't know if it actually made it into the film because they ended up going a different route with it, I think. So I'm not entirely sure. But I need to go get a copy from him. I think it's done now. So
yeah.
And then also worked with him and Dylan Carter on Dylan's love child Game of Thrones prequel, Battle of the Trident. That was a lot of fun. I'm a big swords and armor guy, so I got to. That's where I met Rob, actually Weaver too. Is we were on the set of that, and he was like the right hand man of Malachi, who was the main bad guy in that. And I don't know
Malachi
the names,
Schnell or
because I have. Yeah, Malachi Schnell.
The actor? Oh yeah.
He was the main bad guy in the Battle of the Trident thing, and yeah, I'd never worked with either one of them before, and so that was pretty cool. And me and Rob kind of were paired up because I was like the lieutenant guy of Dylan's little crew of his army, and then he was the lieutenant of Malachi's like evil army or whatever, from the north or south. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't fucking know which one it is. It's a prequel, so it might not be either one, but yeah, so that was pretty cool. There's this really cool scene where Malachi and Dylan were fighting in the river, and Malachi had to die and float down the river. Yeah. And that guy, it was so impressive to see because he died like twice, I think, and floated completely still down the river, and it looked so damn good. And he was literally hypothermic like both times because he'd been in the water like for 3 hours, 4 hours. We'd all been in the water all day, and they were in the shade too. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And me and Rob got a lot of good little, background sword fighting in and stuff. And yeah, it was pretty cool. So I was glad to see him again on this project.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think that's how I found out about that was from Rob. We were at Rob's house shooting, and the DP was Hewlett, and then he was like, "Oh, it's." I was like, yeah, like my buddy Sam Sprague or something like that. He's like, Sam Sprague, you know Sam Sprague? I can't even remember how it came up. And they're like, no, like, look, there's the pictures. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You know?
Yeah, it's funny.
Like
Matt's a good guy.
Yeah. No, I love all those guys, man. You know, Matthew, great DP. You know, awesome actor, hilarious in this movie, and We Need Rent Money.
I can't wait to see that.
I wrote the scene completely differently. Wasn't even trying to make it funny, and he just brought the fucking comedy gold to it. Like those guys, him and the other two that he brought in the scene. Great stuff. I mean, that's what I love is whenever I can write something and see people either take it in a completely different direction or come up with something else. Because like, if we're on the set and somebody comes up with something better, I'm like, throw out the fucking script. As long as it makes sense, as long as it makes sense with the plot and doesn't screw up the character development or the arcs or the relationships that are going through or whatever. If it's a funnier line, fuck, dude. What the fuck do I know? Especially because if I wrote something for somebody that's a fictional character or whatever, there might be a better thing that you have that works for your wording.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, your delivery or whatever, you know. It's just you got to stay flexible. You got to roll with the punches. Sometimes I literally do have to get punched and roll.
Literally roll with the punches.
Yeah, like roll off the hill. Yeah. Good shit, man. Well, is there anything else? Oh, wait, you know what? I want to talk about this as well. Green Sprague. You just had that this album, right? With what's the other guy's name in the band?
My buddy Green. Jeff Green down in Ridgecrest.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys made a rock album.
We did. We put that out about a year ago. Yeah.
It's on iTunes. I know that. That's where I got it.
Yeah, it's all over the place. So, there's some pretty good jams on there, I think. We enjoyed making it, and yeah, some of them are pretty rockable, I feel like. So
100%. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it too.
Ridgecrest, is that what you said? How'd you guys meet?
We went to high school together down Brookings.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah, we played baseball together and shit like that. So
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of creative people in Brookings, huh? You guys actually had a pretty solid theater system set up for your high school.
We did, yeah. We had some pretty awesome teachers, like Mr. Dingle. He was apparently a genius of some sort. I heard he got a perfect score on his SATs. It could be true. He'd be laughing at jokes. When we were doing Shakespeare, he'd be laughing. He'd laugh at something. Nobody knew what the fuck he was laughing about. He'd just be laughing. We're like, I don't even know how that was a joke, but okay. Super nice guy, though. And yeah, he, brought a lot of people through. And yeah.
You guys harnessed your chi?
Indeed.
One would say that you guys got your start, got your jump off there.
Indeed.
You know? Right on. Well, is there anything else that you would like to let anybody know about? Any links? Any kind of
No, I don't think so. Just been, chilling. That's about it.
Right on.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we can collaborate on music sometime again soon. And I've been trying to make an album with you for a while now. Every time we try to do it, it just like it's a shit show, something happens, But one of these days, man, we're gonna figure out how to do it. We're gonna figure out how to make an album.
Indeed.
Yeah. Someday, man. Someday. Well, I always love talking to you, man.
Likewise,
great
bud.
Guy. You're a great creative. I love your delivery as far as acting, man. You always bring it. You're always one of the funniest guys I fucking know on screen, and
thank you.
In
likewise.
real life, off screen, not as much, but I'm just joking. I'm fucking with
Appreciate that. It's always interesting to see what comes out of the creative mind of Samson Simon. So thanks for including me in that. I've had fun.
Man, always, every time, man. You always bring it. Otherwise, I wouldn't fuck with you, bro.
Fair enough.
Also, once again, shout out to Farmscapes Landscapes.
Not planned.
For these
Not
hats.
planned.
Not planned.
He's not giving us money either. I'm pretty sure
he's
he
really
won't,
not.
so.
No, yeah, he wouldn't.
We have to ask him now. I mean,
yeah, we deserve it. We demand it.
it's in the contract. There's a contract.
Contract. See, it's a pun. All right, man. Well, I hope you have an awesome night, and can't wait to see you at the premiere. If there ever is a premiere.
Indeed.
I'm not saying the film will be done, and the film will be great, but I hope that we can get back to like exhibition of film in a live sense in some form or fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hopefully,
Figure out.
everything can calm down and everybody can be safe and get back to things as normal or whatever that means.
Whatever that means, right?
Yeah.
Well, stay safe, stay awesome.
Likewise, sir.
Thank you, buddy. I'll catch you on the flip flap.
All right, man. Take care.
Peace.